Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
A poor man prayers,
every man bleeds.
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again.
Under the Fair Use Act, these videos are for information and educational purposes, and I do not own the rights to any of these videos that are shown. All rights reserved to the original content creators.
Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy SL550, and this is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Before we start, man, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. So today, man, we're going to tap in with RJTalkTV, going over the possibility, I believe, that John Thune is considering killing the filibuster. I don't know. We're going to get into that. Me personally, I've been saying it. I believe that they should kill the filibuster because at the end of the day, even John Fetterman said that the Democrats all of a sudden liked the filibuster when they tried to nuke it during Biden's administration. So, like I said in the title, bro, why are the Republicans still considering, still wanting to play nice with these Democrats when they have not been playing nice since the beginning, bro? These people are cutthroat. They're causing violence in real time, and they're straight hypocrites. Straight hypocrites. And this is why I can't believe that so many people actually still support the Democratic Party, because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, do you not see what's going on? Let me fix this real quick. Do you not see? Like, I don't get how, people aren't seeing how much of a hypocrite that these people truly are. Down to, especially with this immigration thing. It's like, why are y'all all of a sudden so into immigration? We're going to get into that, though, because I want to tap in with Kingdom Reacts on YouTube. If you're not familiar, go tap in with Kingdom Reacts. He got a good channel, base, be talking about some real shit. And, yeah, man, I just see Donald Trump, listen, if we literally, if you go tit for tat for lies told from either side, like, it's not even close, bro. Like, but my thing is just from what's happening, because a lot of times politicians talk, they do a lot of talking, but don't get nothing done. We actually, we see what's going on in all these Democratic states right now. New York City, Virginia, Chicago, all of them, California, and even crazier. They're all now, because of the massive losses each of these states, these Democratic states, took in taking in all of these illegal immigrants just to secure a voter base. Now they want to tax you to oblivion, even more than what you already taxed. So I don't even, they just talk, bro, period. It's just a bunch of talking. Donald Trump actually talks. He has said a lot during his campaign. And since he's been in office for a year now, we've seen him do everything he said he was going to do, including releasing the Epstein files, bro. And yeah, man, it's getting wicked, super wicked. I ain't gonna lie. Out here, bro. These people are treacherous. I actually want to play, before we start, I probably played this in the past, but I don't care. I just want to set the tone by how nutty these people truly are. Seriously, like, the Democratic Party is really super nutty. But let's get into it, man.
Is fight in Congress, fight in the courts, fight in the streets, fight online, fight at the ballot box.
You get out and you create a crowd, and you push back on them, and you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Their idea is, look, nonviolence hasn't worked, and we are going to try to stop this.
President Walker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
Right, other way. That's it right there, pull it up. because I'm throwing that piece of shit against the wall till it sticks.
Our democracy is under siege. People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator. We need a revolution at this point.
We will, as per Chief Jim Hopper, punch some people in the face.
Spokesperson, the mouthpiece for the President of the United States, to say you don't know me in certain quarters in this nation, that starts a physical fight.
Look as his character is stabbed to death. And there's no mistaking the Trump connection.
Hey yo, man, these people crazy, bruh. Super deranged, bro. This is it. Like, and this is why. This is the question that everybody should be asking, because you haven't seen this. You haven't seen this level of hatred that these Democrats are putting out there. They're using Hollywood. They're using the music industry, themselves. Like, the levels to which they go to try to make you hate Donald Trump. You just gotta ask yourself. That's what I did. I mean, I got to the point where I'm like, yo, this is kind of starting to get out of hand, bro. Like, listen, I'm a logical thinker. I'm just like, for a while I'm watching the news. I'm just, kind of like, why would they lie about these things? And then, so you believe what's going on, right? And then, I just started being like, they're taking this too far. Like, why are they going so hard with this dude? And if you really, truly think about it, they have never hated Donald Trump up until the point he became presidential nominee for the Republican Party, bro. When Donald Trump was a Democrat, he was best friends with Oprah and even the Clintons. And when he was donating money to politicians, he was the best human being on the planet. But when he ran and they realized, oh, he's not gonna go with the plan. Okay, now they throwing missiles at him. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta just ask the why question. Why? Why are they doing this? And you see it now in real time, bro. And we'll get into it, man. But all of these things that these Democrats are acting like is Jim Crow 2.0 and all, it's all regular stuff. It's all base things. It's not nothing crazy and demonic or any of that. And especially the stuff we'll get into that anyway. Let's get into this story with RJ Talks TV.
It is Tuesday, February 17th. Welcome to the show. Major news coming out of DC. Good news, possibly great news. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, speaking publicly for the first time in a week on how he plans to handle the Save America Act. We've all been waiting for what he's going to do. Fox News getting this exclusive, Thune telling them yesterday evening that he is bringing this bill to the floor for a vote and speaking about Senate procedural tactics, saying he plans to force Dems to speak about their opposition to national voter ID. You know what that means? You know what that sounds like? The talking filibuster is happening. But he explains a few of his reservations with this approach. We're going to get into all of it. We'll break down how this is likely to go and why it's so freaking critical and time sensitive. Let's start with this.
Yeah, hold on. But before you go into this, it is a good thing doing a talking filibuster, because at the end of the day, it brings the vote to the floor. So it's gonna be. That's why I said this is gonna get passed no matter what. My thing is, I just feel like they should just nuke it, bro. There's no reason to play nice with these people, bro. Like, just that video alone that I showed is a compilation of just a little bit of the things that have been going on over the years, bro. And like the levels, the language is crazy.
Then why wouldn't we want to put into law something that would require when you go to vote that you prove you are a United States citizen? And that's all the SAVE Act does. And so they can cry and lament this actually being voted on, but I'd be hard-pressed to have to defend a position that doesn't believe that you have to be an American citizen to vote in an American election.
I'll finish off with the words of Speaker Mike Johnson defending the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act just simply says you have to have verification of citizenship to register to vote. That's about a 90-10 issue on many of the polls in this country. And we're going to enhance it by what the president calls the Save America Act. And so it would be proof of citizenship to register to vote and voter ID, which is also about an 80 or 90% issue on the polling nationwide.
Nothing going on Capitol Hill these days.
Yes, it is happening. Last night, Fox News, speaking with Majority Leader John Thune, who, as we all know, is the man who has all the power to get this done. Right now, Republicans have 50 guaranteed yes votes on this bill. Susan Collins of Maine signed on Friday as a co-sponsor to the bill, meaning they have the votes to pass it out of the Senate and get it on to President Trump's desk to be signed. But will John Thune change Senate rules to a talking filibuster? Get rid of this zombie filibuster, at least for this bill? That's what we've all been waiting for, waiting to learn how he's going to handle this. Well, we now have an answer. Check this out. Thune guarantees voter ID bill to hit the Senate despite Schumer Dem opposition. We will have a vote, he says. And here's where it gets interesting. Thune saying Republicans will make Democrats defend opposition to citizenship requirements as midterms approach. Make Dems defend their...
That's going to be good, too, because you can't defend this. You can't defend it. We seen in, what was that? What's the last video or the video before, where a reporter asked, I don't even know her name, but they asked her, black woman, do you know 78%, I think it was 76% of black people want voter ID? And she said, oh, really? Like, they're not even in tune, bro, with their own base. They're not. Because you know why? They don't care about their base. They don't care about, you think they care about American citizens, bro? They don't. They don't care about Americans at all.
Opposition.
They care about power. That's it. And we're gonna see this in the next video with Kingdom Reacts, because he plays some good clips, some interesting ones that really show you the truth about what they really were doing and the reasons behind actually flooding America with illegal immigrants. The reason why.
To voter ID. It sounds like he's leaning toward a talking filibuster. Thune telling Fox News he's ready to put Senate Democrats to the test on voter ID legislation. The Safeguarding America Voter Eligibility America Act has earned the backing of 50 Senate Republicans, including Thune, which is enough to break through a key procedural hurdle. Whether it can pass from the Senate to President Trump's desk is for now an unlikely scenario if lawmakers take the traditional path in the upper chamber. Still, Thune wants to put Dems on the spot as midterm elections creep closer. And look, what that means is currently it takes a simple majority to pass a bill in the Senate. It takes 51 votes, which we now have, but in order to have the actual vote to bring the bill to the floor, it needs to get out of the debate phase in the Senate. That's what takes 60 votes. 60 senators need to agree that it's ready to be voted on. Democrats currently use this rule to oppose Trump's entire agenda. They changed the rules, adopting what is called the zombie filibuster, where the opposition party doesn't need to do anything anymore. They don't need to physically be on the floor. They don't need to be physically filibustering, debating to stall the vote from happening. Instead, they can be remote. They can be out of the country even, sitting on their couch drinking cocoa, zombie filibustering, which is, look, not how it's supposed to work. Traditionally, there was a talking or standing filibuster. That's where it came from. This was the norm for years, for decades, which is what Thune may do, bring the talking filibuster back. And if we bring this back, the bill will get a vote on the floor. And look, it still allows the minority party to filibuster. He wouldn't be nuking the filibuster. He'd be requiring dissenting senators to physically be on the floor, speaking, debating. And the rules, by the way, only allow each senator to speak twice, 2 times, which means they may be able to drag this out for, who knows, a week, maybe 2 weeks, but eventually they're going to tire themselves out and we will get a vote. Now, will John Thune do this? Well, maybe. Yes, I believe he may. Check this out. One option, which Thune already threw cold water on, is nuking the Senate filibuster. The other, though, is turning to the talking or standing filibuster. It's the physical precursor to the current filibuster that requires hours upon hours of debate over a bill. Some fear that taking that path could paralyze the Senate floor. Thune acknowledged that concern, having previously made it himself, but noted another wrinkle. A lot of people focus on unlimited debate, and yes, it is something that could drag on for weeks or literally, for that matter, months, Thune said, but it's also unlimited amendments, meaning that every amendment, there's no rules, so every amendment will be 51 votes. So that's Thune's prime.
I just don't. My thing is, bro, just kill the whole thing. Just kill the whole thing. Just nuke the filibuster altogether, because we know that the Democrats will do it when the opportunity presents itself. Because, bro, bro, this is what I mean. Like, they just be playing nice with these people because they want to keep up the traditions and all of these things. Listen, bro, we in non-traditional times, bro. You see what's going on, bro. This is not regular shit that's going on in America at all. It's hypocrisy at the highest level, media gaslighting and lying at the highest levels. Like, these politicians ruining the country at the highest level, bro.
Primary concern, apparently, doing this, moving to a talking filibuster, explaining how it could allow for an infinite number of amendments to be made to the bill, which again is normal. That's the norm. That's the point of the debate phase in the Senate. You discuss the proposed law, discuss relevant changes or amendments. Thune saying that being the only real downside, that if Dems were able to convince 51 senators to make a change, make an amendment, it would force the new updated bill back to the House to be voted on yet again, which makes sense. I hear his concern, but Republicans hold the majority. 50 Republicans already are guaranteed yes votes on this current bill. So the only way that happens is if one or more of them join Democrats in a hypothetical amendment. That's Thune's concern. And he says it could put members in tight re-election districts in a tough spot coming up to the midterms. Now, look, even if that's true, is this bill worth it? Is it worth this ancillary damage that Thune's talking about, moving to this talking or standing filibuster? I'd say yes, it most certainly is. And if you have any doubt about that, take a look at the state of California, a breeding ground for voter fraud in America. Nick Shirley just did this great on-the-ground investigation. Here's a quick snippet of what he found, and you tell me if you think this isn't worth the risk. Watch.
We're just looking for these individuals as they're registered to vote here. John Thomas and Philip Thomas. Is Gloria here by chance? Because she's 100 years old and she voted last election from here.
Can you see my? I said I want.
I just want to make sure you're not 126 years old.
No, I'm not.
And do you think it's possible like illegal migrants could be voting?
Not really.
Do you know where the ballots might have gone? Like for 108 people, that were registered here?
When it comes to fraud, most people think about money. However, there's another potential massive fraud story taking place in America, one tied to the most consequential system in our country, which is our voting system. This has to do with everything about who runs the country and how elections are actually controlled. And if we don't have voter integrity, what even are we? And there's one state that is the breeding ground for potential voting fraud, and that is California, where it can take up to 1 month to count all of the votes, no voter ID, and millions of ballots are cast by mail. And with voter rolls that are extremely vulnerable to errors, such as over 200 people who are over the age of 125 years old registered to vote in certain areas. And now to see how easy it is to vote, I headed to the location to register to vote inside the state of California. Now this is the register of voters right here. And I want to ask him, why don't you need voter ID to vote here inside of California? I was curious, how come in California you don't need voter ID to vote?
Because when you sign your affidavit, you're swearing that you're telling us the truth, and we compare the signature that you put on your application to the
Battery 65%.
Do you think it leaves any room for error with voter ID, or?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm just like curious because I want to make sure that like our elections are as fair and honest as possible, and I feel like voter ID is just something super simple to have. And do you think it's possible like illegal migrants could be voting?
Not really.
That her whole body language just was like, not really. Miss, you know damn well these illegal. Listen, bro, these people be in on it. These officials, these people that work in these uh, offices, people that count the ballots. We seen it. We seen the videos. The footage is out there. That's why I can't believe so many people are blinded about what's going on. We're talking about a simple bill that actually gives integrity back to the voting system in America, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I realized over this past year how crucial it is to have your vote actually count and matter. People don't have faith in anything anymore. And I truly understand it. I get it. But you can't have a successful country if the citizens don't have faith in the system at all. You know what I mean? But they playing these videos trying to knock me out.
I mean, what's showing their
RJ
ID?
need to go back.
Yeah, if they don't have their ID and they could just sign on behalf of Richard Sherman, then they could technically vote, right?
Let's fast forward.
So technically, these two examples.
Abu name for the 20.
Just in Orange County, per se, there's 60 to 70,000 changes a month.
All right, so we're gonna cut this video because they're trying to knock me out. So we're going because it's Nick Shirley's video. So we're gonna move on. Hopefully we play this one. It has no issues. But this one was interesting, man. We're gonna get into this with Kingdom Reacts. If you're not familiar, he has a pretty solid channel on YouTube. Definitely go check him out. Well, we're gonna get straight into it. Hold on. Why is this on?
It's not because it's wrong.
Okay. Probably do, but I can't hear it on my end, so let me fix that.
Wrong. It's because you weren't supposed to hear it in the first place, because when the niece of a Black Panther founder says, hey, y'all better thank the orange man, the narrative is collapsing. The narrative that they've been trying to protect. Y'all watch this closely.
Let me give y'all some game right here. You heard it from Aisha 4 and 5 Newton. The 2020 election was won by some bullshit. Okay? And the Democrats knew that it was some bullshit. This is why the first thing they did was open up that border, because you know what? In 2020, you had more Black Americans who had registered and voted Republican than in a very, very long time. Okay.
Notice what she said, and this is one of the biggest reasons why they did what they did, because they knew the Black vote, which is one of the biggest votes that they go so hard with. They bring out the entertainers, they bring out the Megan Thee Stallion to shake your ass. They try to get you to vote Democrat, bro, and it makes so much sense, bro, when you really think about it. In 2020, Donald Trump got the biggest um, turnout of the Black vote of all Republicans, even in this last election. And you gotta understand, they get the statistics on all of this. They know all the numbers on all of this stuff. So they knew that all right, the time has come where we no longer have the Black vote the way we did for all of these years. It can't just say, "Hey, we got you guys. You know us. We're gonna look out for you." And Black people just vote. It's a lot of people are waking up. So literally, as soon as Joe Biden stole the election, he opened the floodgates, bro. It all makes sense.
And they knew that that was a very bad situation for them. So they had to bring a motherfucker over by the masses so they can replace y'all asses. And guess what? Y'all have almost been replaced. Y'all better thank the orange guy. Let me give y'all some game right here. Listen, illegal immigration that we have seen by in the past 4 years was done by design. And what it was brought to, for all these people to be brought here, give them ID, let them vote. And why wouldn't they vote for the people who brought them here and giving them free housing, child care, food, clothing, putting them in some of the most expensive hotels in the world?
Yeah.
They were living their life in New York. While you guys are sleeping in tents and cars and sleeping at your cousin's house and living from pillow to post, can't get right, just all fucked up. And y'all want to sit here and fight for these motherfuckers? I feel like this is why the mental health situation in the black community, we need to figure this out, y'all.
Yeah. Is like she literally nailed it, bro. And it's crazy because she really giving real game, and she's explaining to you how the fact that people true are still wanting to vote for Democrats after all of this, all of these years of not doing anything for the black community. And then on top of that, they look to replace you with illegal immigrants. Just think about this, bro. Really think about this. Hold on. Yeah, I turn on the big screen, dog. Just think about this. 400 years of slavery in this country, right? Came a long way since then. You know what I'm saying? Black people, it's a lot of successful black people today because of the things that our ancestors went through in order for us to have the luxuries and things that we have today, right? And it's not perfect. I'll be the first one to admit that. But just look of all of these decades of fighting, and pretty much Democrats have done nothing for you. Nothing. Then the moment you switch sides and say, "Oh man, I'm going with Donald Trump, bro. I ain't really feeling this whole thing." They look to replace you. Not only did they let these people in the country, where do these people go? They're not going to Martha's Vineyard. They're not going to these rich and luxury, beautiful areas. No, they're going to your city, your town. They're going to the black community. They're taking your jobs. And not only that, bro, people been trying to fight for reparations and 40 acres and a mule and all of this. They done gave these people tens of thousands of dollars each. These people was getting put up in the finest hotels, food, clothing, everything. I'm talking about like they were giving these people access to business funding. Illegal immigrants were able to come in this country within the first year, able to start a business. Bro, the slap in the face is so crazy. Like, I just don't see how people don't see this. It's amazing. It's amazing how brainwashed people are, bro. I don't claim to listen. You got people that want to go into every, tit for tat detail, or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, Republicans are for smaller government, right? This is why I support the Republican Party today, because it can always change. And then, and it might be a Democrat that come along the way and is talking more along the lines of things that I believe in. But the Republican Party today believes in smaller government, right? Which is great for us, right? Smaller government and America first. before we go shelling out money to all of these foreign wars and all of these problems that they're having in these, so-called allied countries. Nah, we gonna take care of here first. Yo, bro. Yo, this shit get deep, bro. So deep.
Yeah, she made some great points